Good morning, students. In the previous video, during the study of change of state, we have seen that a liquid changes to gaseous state either by increasing temperature or by decreasing the pressure. Have you seen a case where the liquid may change to vapor state of its own? If not, you do an activity. You take a bowl and take some water on the bowl. You mark the water level and leave it in air or sunlight for 4 to 5 hours. You observe that the level of water in the bowl has decreased. The question is, where has some of the water gone? It has actually changed to the vapor state of its own, and this process is known as evaporation. So we defined evaporation, the phenomenon of change of liquid to the vapor at any temperature below the boiling point of liquid is known as evaporation. Once I will repeat. The change of a liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. We have seen various evaporation in our day-to-day life. When we spread our wet cloth in air, we see after some time cloths dry up. There are some factors which affect rate of evaporation. The first one is surface area, second one is temperature, third one is humidity, and fourth one is wind speed. I will explaining all the factors one by one. First one is surface area. Evaporation is a surface phenomenon, which means that only the particles or molecules of the liquid present on its surface change into vapors. Thus, greater the surface area of the liquid, more will be the rate of evaporation. So if we increase the surface area, rate of evaporation will be increased. The second factor is temperature. We also observe that during summer, the evaporation of water or any other liquid is faster as compared to winter. Actually, during summer, the atmospheric temperature is higher than winter, and the increase in temperature also increase the kinetic energy of the particles or molecules of the liquid. They acquire greater tendency to change to the vapor state. As a result, the rate of evaporation is increases and the evaporation becomes fast. Therefore, with increase in temperature, the rate of evaporation also increase. The third factor is humidity. Humidity represents the amount of water vapor present in the air. In case the humidity level or amount of water vapor is high, then the rate of evaporation decreases. Therefore, increase in humidity decreases the rate of evaporation. And the fourth factor is wind speed. The speed of wind around us has also some effect on evaporation of the liquid. We often notice that the wet cloths dry faster on a windy day. Actually, with the increase in wind speed, the particles of water vapor present in air also move away, and the air which replaces it is comparatively dry. This will enhance or increase the rate of evaporation. So, increase in humidity decreases the rate of evaporation. Fourth factor is wind speed, and evaporation causes cooling because when a liquid evaporates, the particles gain energy from the surrounding. So the surrounding becomes cool, and evaporation always causes cooling. People sprinkle water on the roof or open ground because during evaporation, water absorbs heat, make the hot surface cool. And during summer, we sweat more because during evaporation, the sweat absorbs heat from our body, making the body cool. And wearing cotton cloth in summer keeps us cool because cotton absorbs sweat, and when the sweat evaporates, it absorbs heat from our body, making the body cool. Therefore, we prefer to wear cotton cloth during summer. So, I hope all of you understand evaporation always causes cooling. At last, I have given some questions related to topic. You solve it. You like or subscribe the video, and if you have any queries, you write in comment box. Thank you.